Hello, I'm back again with another Goodwill jewelry bag. I poked around. I found this one probably a couple weeks ago at a Goodwill not too far from me. I'm in Colorado in the Denver metro area. I've been poking around a little at it. I didn't see anything that was like super stuck out at me, like, you know, when I saw gold in that first bag. I do see like a couple of things that are interesting. I think this might be a Brighton piece. I saw the little Brighton clasp in here. If you see right here, it has a little heart on the clasp, and that's a Brighton clasp. So, and I thought this was a cute little locket. I don't think it's gold or anything like that. I just kind of like it. And I'm not sure this little guy might be silver. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm ready to find out. So let's open it up. I will pull out some pieces, and then eventually I will get frustrated because of tangling, and then I will untangle it. I will lay out everything, show everything, and then I'll bring it over like group by group and show you the individual pieces. So let's crack it open. All right. That's kind of a cool little stone with just gold, like, leaf painted on around. I don't think it's a real stone, but it's kind of pretty. So yeah, let's see if we can get this piece out without too much. Oh yeah, that came right out, and that is definitely a nice Brighton piece. That's a good way to start the video, right? There you go. And there again is the clasp and the tag that lets you know it's Brighton. Okay, so that's a nice piece. I'll definitely be able to sell that online. Okay. Let's see, we have a little string bracelet. That's gonna be fun to untangle. Look at that. Okay. I think better over here. Okay. Okay, here we have a lot of different color beads and metal chains. Looks like a bracelet. Okay, that's interesting. It's always interesting when you see metal chains that are like painted a different color. Okay, so that's kind of cute. Yeah, that's not bad actually. That is probably something I would sell online. Alright. This is chunky. Whatever this is, it's a chunky one. Okay, well, maybe that would help. Huh. It's in different parts. This has some rhinestones on it. Ooh, it's on a very thin, stuck to this very thin chain, which might be gold or silver. Yeah, those thin chains are more likely to be gold and silver than something like this. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I don't know what this is. I don't see a maker or a tag on it. It is very heavy. It is definitely not real gold, but it's definitely substantial weight-wise, so I'll have to look at that one and test it a little more. Okay, yeah, and there are definitely some thinner chains in here, so I want to be careful and not break those. Okay, wow, we might get to the tangle part real soon. Okay. And this looks like a very large pair of earrings. At least I have both of them. Yes, a very large pair of earrings. These kind of, well, now what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Septagonal earrings. Okay, a little tassel earring. Okay, that'll probably just go in like a craft lot. Well, that will be untangled. Let's look at this guy. I thought this might be silver. It definitely has a look. It says patience on it. That's interesting. Okay, rest your mind, soften your eyes. Is that Jes? Interesting. Okay. It definitely has the look of silver and the feel. Very handmade looking, almost brutalist in style. Interesting. I don't know if it would fit me. Oh yeah, that fits just right actually. Okay, well I'll definitely test that piece. And here we have a little stretch bracelet with a rhinestone. Oh, it's missing a stone, drat. So since it's missing one, you know, if I find one the right size, I might put it in and fix it and sell it that way, but we'll see. It may end up just in a craft box. One thing I did notice about this lot is there were some pieces that are just wrapped. I don't know why, but you know, I figure it's a sign at least they won't be tangled with everything, but and I've seen this in the same Goodwill before where they will wrap certain pieces. Either they will wrap them or they received, you know, several times donations that were wrapped. What does that say? KC. I feel like I should know what KC is, but I don't recall offhand what brand that might be. Okay. It's like double mystery. It's bagged and then it's also wrapped. Okay. Oh, that's a 1928. They're always nice. I like 1928. It's a costume brand that has more of an antique-y style to it. I remember buying them at JCPenney when I was like 13 or 14 years old. I was really into that Victorian style that was going on around that time. Oh, cute. Oh, this is really cute. Oh, damn it. That rose has a broken petal. Oh, that's too bad, because it's very pretty. Yeah, so because of that broken petal, there's a good chance this will actually end up in a craft lot as well. I'm not sure there's much I can really do with that. That's too bad. Okay, here's another wrapped piece. Okay, my camera stopped, but I'm back. Okay, let's get this one fully out. Huh, oh, okay. Well, there's one little earring that's a gummy bear, and then we have this, which is a little row. Let me get right here. There we go, a little row of gummy bears. Okay, I don't know if this has a tag or a brand. Oh. Looks like it says BJ. Is that... Oh my god, you're right. This is Betsy Johnson. Cool. That's a good brand. That's a good brand to find. I actually sold a necklace recently from Betsy Johnson that I found at an estate sale. It was a much bigger, fancier one than this, but I did get like 84 bucks for it. So yeah, that's cute. That's nice. It's too bad there's only one earring. Okay. Well, that's a good one. Let's see what this other wrapped thing is. Oh, good. Oh. What is this? Okay, most of it came out. If you hear sounds that sound like crying in the background, that is the cats. They are wrestling with each other. Okay, so these are some earrings. I don't know what this thin, flexible material is. Huh. It's almost, I don't know, it's almost too thin to be like shell. I don't know what that is. Huh. It's very thin and very lightweight. It seems fairly durable. It looks like it hasn't really crumbled, which is surprising. Okay, interesting. I don't know what that is. And then we have this beaded piece. Okay. I did notice this from outside the bag. It looks like this has all its stones. Definitely like a costume ring. It's a really interesting combination of the white rhinestones and the kind of yellow enamel. It fits. That's a pretty chunky ring. I don't see any marks on it though, so I don't think it's any special brand or designer. I might take a closer look. Oh, is that missing? No, I think that stone might just be a little crooked. Okay, so there it is. There's a nice ring. Here is a stretchy ring. Okay, I don't know if we can get... Okay, so this is a stretch bracelet. Just a little plastic gold bead bracelet. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's a little Roadrunner. Definitely not like silver or anything like that. You can see it just has these little... I won't even call it turquoise. These little blue stone chips kind of glued in there. Cute, though. Okay. Oof. That's kind of a cute little stretch bracelet with a faux pearl and some little rhinestones. Definitely faux pearls, though. Nice stretch to it, though. It's nice to see one that isn't all stretched out. Here is something a little bit tangled. Yeah, that will definitely need some detangling. Don't see any marks on it. But it is a nice little, like, rhinestone curved bar necklace. Okay. This I saw from outside. I don't know if I can detangle that. That might have to wait until I can... Well, apparently at some point it was $28. Oh, there's the clasp right there. I went right by it. Okay. So I think that's glass. Where's my little... I had, of course, the magnet disappeared into the... Yeah, those... Well, these parts down here are magnetic. I don't think... Yeah, no, that seems like it's all magnetic, which is not surprising. It doesn't really look like silver or anything. It is kind of pretty. I believe these are glass, little cabochons and beads. So that's not bad. That's not a bad little costume piece. Okay, I'll probably like sell that one online. All right, let's see then. Get all these things out before I get frustrated and have to go to detangle. Okay, here's a little painted, looks like a coconut shell earring. Here is a Pandora style. Definitely not an actual Pandora, but Pandora kind of bead style bracelet. EWU. I don't know if that's maybe a university. We have a football, books, so that does lend credence to it being some sort of university. EW, Eastern Washington, Eastern Wyoming, I don't know. But there's a little charm bracelet, so that's probably another thing I'll sell online when I figure out what EW is. This I'm not sure about. I saw this from outside the bag. I couldn't see a mark on it then. I don't know, it has stones that look like they might be low quality diamonds, so I might have to get the gem tester out and look at those. Let me take a quick look and see. I don't see any marks of any kind. But it really doesn't have a space that a mark could be on, you know, easily, unless it was very, very small. Let's see, is this magnetic? I bet it's not. I'll definitely have to test this, both the stones and the metal on this one, to see what's going on with it. Let's see, single earring, earring, earring. Okay. Huh. That's interesting design. Can we get the other end out? No. Okay, that'll probably have to be looked at after the detangling. Single earring. Looks like here's a single earring. I don't think that's silver. I think that definitely not. Okay, here we have a big clamper cuff bracelet. Kind of an interesting design. Could use a good wash. Okay. A couple other cuff bracelets. Oh, okay, here's one. Oh, yeah, this is missing several of the little, that one there and that one there. So this is missing a few stones. So this will probably go into the craft lot. Copper, I think. It's quite heavy, and you can see a little base metal wearing through. Okay. Okay, and then we have one of these kind of multi-strand. That's kind of pretty. It's an easy way to wear, you know, that layered look without having to worry about, you know, 50 different pieces. There's an earring. It looks like it's missing a stone. Here's another wrapped thing. Let's see what's wrapped. That looks like tiger eye. Okay, so we have the earrings. These are kind of pretty. Then this is just a chain. Yeah, okay, and this is just a chain with a little tiger eye drop, but that is a cute set together. I don't think this is gold or anything like that. Although that clasp, the clasp looks like gold, but the chain doesn't. Huh. Let me look at that clasp. Okay, the clasp is saying it's gold filled. So 120, like 14K. So the clasp is saying gold filled. So maybe the chain is gold filled. Maybe these are gold filled findings. It does look a little handcrafted. So it may be that parts of them are gold filled, parts of them are, you know, just brass. Like this wire here, that doesn't look like gold filled wire. That looks like brass wire. So sometimes things will be like parted together with different metal contents. But that is a cute set. So. Okay, and here's a little bracelet with some mother of pearl discs, like oval discs, linked together. Single earring, leather. Single earring. Oof. There's a little bracelet. I don't think this is gold. It doesn't feel like gold. But it is small enough. I would definitely want to check it, but just seeing like how this clasp isn't going together very well. I mean, not that you won't get gold jewelry that sometimes is busted or not working quite right. It just doesn't have like the feel of it. But I'll take a super close look at it. Okay, so here's another wrapped. Can I just no? Oh, good. I don't know who wrapped this, but thank you, because these things love to tangle up with other things. I actually recently sold a very similar piece, so I'll definitely put this one up online. Yeah, so that's a pretty, like, again, it's a way to have a layered look while having just a single piece of jewelry. But that's good. I like that they wrap that. Those guys always get twisted. Okay. Oof. Oh, that's pretty. This is kind of a pretty tassel earring with, I don't know if they're hematite, probably just glass, little stones, but that is a nice look. A single earring. Did I see the other one of this? Well, when I sort out everything on the table, I will group everything together, so... it looks like it's missing a stone anyhow. There's a little chain link type of bangle. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, here's a different gummy bear earring with a hook instead of a post. This is really cute though, this guy. Oh yeah, it's a little elephant. Okay, he definitely has like, he has open space on this side and then he has all his rhinestones on this other side. I wonder if he might be silver. He could be. I don't know. I'll have to take a close look at him. It does seem like pretty decent quality. He's really cute regardless, so I'll probably put him up online. That's really, really cute little guy there. Not sure why the camera stopped that time. Anyway, we were looking at this little guy. Let's see if I can figure out where I reset everything to. Yes, so, okay. So this is a really cute little elephant. Okay, let's see. Here we have just a plainish kind of silver tone chain, almost certainly. I bet it's magnetic. Oh yeah. Okay, this has a brand, or at least a tag. Says Avon. Okay, so this is an Avon piece. Avon, you know, they can vary a lot in, like, you know, quality materials. This doesn't look too bad. I think it could use a little wash. But actually it's really kind of pretty, so okay, I'll probably sell that one online. Let's see, what's this? That looks like maybe at least scrap silver. I bet this is silver, this little earring. Unfortunately, I don't have any other bags from the same place at the same time. So, you know, I probably won't find them made. So I'll probably end up scrapping this. I'll definitely test that one though. And here's a little ring. It's kind of interesting. It has this kind of fake druzy. Because, okay, druzy, what druzy is when you have these crystals. Generally it's quartz. When you have them form like this, you have small crystals, kind of this texture. You know, you'll see it in cabochons, you'll see it in other things. But this is just plastic. Yeah, this isn't actual crystals. It's just made to look like it's crystals. Yeah, it fits me just barely, but not quite my style, fake or not. But yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, I might put this at the antique mall. It does have a chip here. So that's the thing. If something has damage, you know, I can put this at the antique mall and someone buying it can have a look at it in person. And here's a little fluffy, I'm not sure what kind of fur. I think is that mink? Is there white mink? Or is it all black? I don't know. It's some kind of natural fur. Okay. Here is a stretch bracelet with a interesting variety of beads. Oh my god, okay. Well, there was a stretch bracelet. I will probably end up putting that in a craft lot. Okay then. Wow, now they're everywhere. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute little single earring. Single earrings, single earrings. Oh good, here's a pair. Somebody paired these up and clipped them together. If I ever, you know, am donating things and there's a way to put them together, that's always a nice thing to do, so. Back, little singleton. Here is a very lightweight, inexpensive, but cute little heart locket. Can't believe I just broke that. Okay, fine. Okay. That was a cat. Here's a chain. This is kind of a cool chain, definitely costume. But, I mean, if I have like a bigger pendant or something that needs a chain, this would be good to kind of like pair it up with. Okay, let's see if we can get any more of this out. Oh, yeah, let's get this guy who this thing kept trying to poke me through the bag. Okay. Oh, it has a little, like, safety chain on it. I'll have to see. I don't know if this, oh, it has some kind of marking on it. Okay, so this is Roman, 12 karat gold filled. something FSM. Sometimes I'm not really sure with these engraved initials. Sometimes I'm not sure what they say. And that is really, okay, so you have to like push that down to pull it. I'm gonna stab myself with this. Well, that has something on it too. Patent May 20. C2. I'm assuming that's May 1920. Okay. Okay, is there anything else that can come out of here? I know there were some thinner little chains in here, and some stuff looked pretty interesting. This is some kind of zipper. It's a zipper bracelet. That's kind of cute. I actually haven't seen that before. It's just like a little kind of kid thing, but that's really cute. Oops. Yeah, okay. That's kind of fun. I don't know what these were. They are some beads that can go with the beads I just made. Okay, I'm afraid the rest of this, or most of this, is going to have to be sorted out separately. Let's see. I don't know. This could be silver, but I doubt it. No, it's not. But it's a nice silver chain. You know, it's always nice to get these plain chains that can have a pendant put on them. This little bracelet of mother of pearl discs. Anything else I can... I'd like to get this guy free. Ah, I think this is free. Oh wow, that's a lot of strands. Okay. There's a lot of strands. This is a lot of strands of these are green dyed shells. So it's shell with green dye, and then you have these little... I think those are actually pyrite. These little beads here. These are carved pyrite beads. Interesting. Oh, we have, Silpata. So that is a known brand. So that means these fittings, in fact, I can see the mark already on this one, is silver. So we have silver. So this is a Silpata piece. That's another nice brand that you can sell off. 925 China. Okay, cool. Nice. I did not expect this to be Silpata. When I think Silpata, I usually think of pretty simple, elegant silver pieces. Okay, here's a little string bracelet of a, like, what do you call that? A steering wheel from a, I know it has a different name, from a boat. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting to the untangling point. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and then I will untangle this all. I will lay everything out, and then I will bring each little group over to take a closer look at the pieces. All right, I'll see you in a bit. All right, so I've untangled everything and laid it out here on my counter. So all of these pieces were in a bag for $51.99. So this is kind of just an idea of how much stuff you can get for $51.99. There's a good number of necklaces and bracelets. There's a couple of rings, 3 rings here, only 2 pins, a fair amount of single earrings. It can really vary a lot. Sometimes I'll get bags with lots and lots of pins and earrings, but lots of bracelets and necklaces is pretty common. I'll be taking these over to the table, a little group at a time, and we can have a closer look at some of the pieces. All right, so these are the smaller pieces from that lot. Here are our rings. We have this as a little stretch ring with like a plasticky red jewel on there that's textured to look like a lot of small jewels. It's cute. I don't know if I'll sell that online or maybe at the antique mall. I'll have to look online and see how much that might be going for. And here is that ring. This again, it's unmarked, so I'm pretty sure it's just a costume piece. I'll probably sell this one online. It's kind of unique. It's really pretty, so I'll probably put that one up on like my eBay. And here's that druzy one. That one, like I said, that has a chip, so it'll probably end up at the antique mall for $1 or $2. Yeah, it's not bad though. It's okay. Yeah, so there was only 3 rings in there. Let's look at these 2 pins. Okay, so we have this gold-filled initial pin. Again, I'm not entirely certain what those characters might be. It looks like something SM. Hi, Jack. That's Jack. Oh, no, please. No, I wasn't doing anything. Okay, so yeah, gold filled. I'm not sure if I'll put this at the antique mall or maybe put it up online and hope someone has these initials, if I can, you know, decide what initials those are. And here is our little Roadrunner pin with the crushed stone and the little painted red eye. Again, that's not like turquoise, not like real Southwestern jewelry, but it's a cute piece. Yes, you are cute too. Yes, you are, sir. Okay. Can I get back to business? Oh. Pardon me. All right, where was I? Okay, so, so many of these pieces, most of the earrings did not have pairs. We have the giant ones here. That's probably something they have a little bit of wear. They're not like super great condition, but they're not bad either. I'll probably sell those online. Things that are this big, that's very impractical to display in any way except in pictures. I mean, I could put these at the antique mall, but I think they have a better chance of finding that, you know, special someone who wants earrings this big online. These little hoops, I checked them with the magnets, so they're definitely not silver or anything like that. I'll probably put these at the antique mall. I'll probably just throw these up on a cart and put them there for a few dollars. These, again, these are still, they're pretty good quality. I did not see any maker's marks on them, but they are just kind of simple balls on nice little lever backs. So yeah, I'll probably put those at the antique mall. And then we have these. I'm still not sure what this material is. It is flexible, but not to the point where I would really want to move it, because I think if I moved it or bent it, it would break. I'm not sure. It looks maybe like some kind of plant material, but I'm not sure what kind. So I'll see if I can find out what those are and probably sell this type of thing online, because it's very unique, so it may be something someone is looking for. If you have any idea of what that material is, please let me know, because it's definitely not leather. I don't think it's any kind of like shell. It doesn't look uniform enough to be like from an insect. It looks like some kind of plant material. It's not coconut shell. I don't know, but if you have an inkling, please do mention in the comment. And lastly was this set. I brought over the necklace because I do want to keep this together and sell it as a set. We have our little faceted tiger eye beads and pendant. Okay, and then we have all the rest. This little earring, this went with that Betsy Johnson set, so it is marked. So I don't know if I'll try and just sell this online as a single for someone who might have lost theirs, or I might put it with the necklace as, you know, kind of a partial set. Most of these other things will end up in, I might give this to the cat. He was trying to steal it, and the feathers. Anyway, most of these, unless it's precious metal or if it's a name brand and has a mark, then I might keep it aside and either scrap it or sell it, you know, as a single. For the most part, though, these will just end up in a craft lot, you know, because you can always use, you know, another hook, or these nice little red seed beads could be used on something, or you could harvest these rhinestones. I may actually pop a couple of these out. It looks like it's already missing one, but I have a couple pieces that need rhinestones, so I may actually take from there. Or, you know, if you have something that's cute enough, you could just take it off and put it on and make a little pendant out of it, and, you know, just sell it on one of these regular chains. You get a lot of plain chains or cords in here, and that's a way to kind of utilize and mix and match them. Okay, so those are all the single earrings. All right, let's take a look at some of the bracelets from that bag. As usual, there are usually a lot of string bracelets in these days. So I may lot these up and, you know, put a bundle of 3 or 4 of them at the antique mall for like $1. If it's a name branded one and has like it's Aquavita or something like that, then I'll probably list it online. I didn't see any name brand tags on these. They're cute. They don't look particularly dirty. So yeah, I'll probably just sell these rather inexpensively. Okay, let's see. And here, this is just a little gold tone chain bracelet. I may keep this to put on, you know, a little charm or something. I'll probably just, again, sell that pretty inexpensively somewhere. I don't believe that one is gold. It's, yeah, I don't think so. But anyway, that's just a little simple chain. This is just gold tone beads. I think the beads themselves are actually plastic. This is that cute little zipper one, which I think that's kind of fun. It's, whoops, it's not that strong when I pull on it, but that's pretty cute. I think I don't know, it's not too tiny. It's, you know, it would probably fit me, so it's not maybe for a kid or not, I don't know. But it is cute, so I may put that at the antique mall. I might look online and see if anyone is selling these and if there's any more information about these zipper bracelets. I don't think it's worth more than $1 or $2 though, but I'll see. Let's see, we have this, which I don't believe this is silver. I think no, but it has little evil eye beads, so that's cute. I'll probably sell that one online. So okay, and here is that one with the multicolor. We have beads, and then we have painted chains. So that is one I'll put up online. Okay, and we have 2 faux pearl stretch bracelets. Both of them are stretching decently. Neither of these are breaking, so that's a good thing. This one has the little charm with the rhinestones in it, and this one has little glass beads and dangly faux pearl charm. So those are cute. I'll probably put those at the antique mall. Maybe I'll sell this one online. It's pretty nice. Okay, and this EWU, based on the black and red, I think this is indeed Eastern Washington University. So something like this that's affiliated with a certain institution, like a university, it's probably best to try and sell something like that online, especially if it's not in the area. If this was a CU, Colorado University, I might put it at the antique mall. But the chances of someone, you know, locally wanting this from Eastern Washington University is pretty low. So sometimes it's better to put something like this online just so you can get it to that right person. Okay, let's see. Here's that big clamper bracelet. I think I already kind of showed you that. I don't know if that'll go online or to the antique mall. I mean, it has a little bit of wear, so I'm a little more hesitant to sell it online. It needs that green cleaned off, but it's not in bad shape overall, so I don't know. I haven't decided on that one yet. This, I guess, is a bracelet. It doesn't open or close, and it has these little exposed like bead wire, which would drive me crazy if I tried to wear it. I may throw this one into a craft lot. These little flower charms are kind of nice. I don't think they're silver or anything, but they're pretty. So I think they might go better in another piece. All right, and then we have these 2 with mother of pearl. This one with all the little discs. This one with the longer oval discs that are, you know, connected. Yeah, I don't know if I'll sell those at the antique mall or if I might sell them online. You know, I don't think they're worth a tremendous amount, but I haven't decided on those, but I'll end up selling. Those are both nice enough to be sold. Yeah, and this one had the missing stone. It's a stretch bracelet. I may throw a stone in there. I'm scared to stretch bracelets now since that one broke on camera, but I can always restring these too. It's not a huge deal to do that. Either that or I'll throw it in the craft lot, depending on how industrious I feel. Okay, this is just a little steel bracelet. It says anything but ordinary. So sometimes you'll see these and they'll have a brand name. I did not see anything on this one. But this is unique enough. I'll probably put this one online just because, you know, it's unlikely someone will see this at the antique mall and even notice it enough to buy it. And here is this gold multi-strand. What do we have? 3, 6, 9, 10. 10 bangle. Yeah, so I'll probably put this one online. It's pretty nice and big and showy, but I think it has a better chance online. And this is the one that had missing stones. So this is going to go into the craft box. I'm still not sure what the material on this. It's very magnetic. It does look coppery where it's worn on the edges, but whatever it is, it's quite magnetic. Anyway, that's going into the craft lot. And then we have this one. This may be the best piece from the bag. I'm not 100% sure, but I would bet on that. That's actually a little star there and a little heart. So the JES in here, I think stands for Jess Mahari, who is an artisan, and her pieces sell for a decent amount. So this may be, you know, from $200 to $500, depending on how I could sell it, if it's hers. I still want to research this and see if I can confirm. It seems a lot of her pieces are one of a kind, so it would be hard to find the exact same piece online. I may actually contact their website and see if they can confirm whether or not this is an actual piece. Some of hers are, you know, have her whole name spelled out, Jess Mahari, and some of them just say Jess. So I haven't tested it for silver. I will. I am 99.9% this is silver. It's pretty. It does fit me just right. So, you know, I might list it for a pretty high price and then just keep it unless it sells or until it sells. So yeah, so I think that was probably the best piece I've seen in the bag. But I'll put it in the test pile, make sure it's what it says it is. I'll see if I can find any more information about it. But it's not even marked silver. So that is something to keep in mind, that not everything silver is going to be marked silver. And not everything marked silver is going to be silver. Okay, yeah, so let me get a few other pieces and we'll take a look at some more stuff. All right, so here are some of the beaded and chunkier necklaces from that lot, as well as these two little bracelets that escaped the first round. So let's take a look. Let's see. This is just a costume bracelet. It's magnetic. I'll probably put it at the antique mall for $1 or $2. It's, you know, it's this chain link that's stiff. And then this one is Lauren. It's just a little kind of ID bracelet, one of these woven ones. It looks brand new. It doesn't look like it's ever been worn. I may put it online. It can be hard to sell personalized things without the wider audience. So, I mean, I'm not sure if it's even worth selling online because it has such a low value, but it would be nice to get it to someone named Lauren regardless. Okay, and here are all these core necklaces that were kind of tied together before. This is just a little heart on a very long cord. It is definitely not silver. I don't know, I may sell that one online. Sometimes with longer pieces, it's a little easier to display them in pictures and sell them online. I don't know, I'll think about that one. And here is like this multicolor kind of metal ring piece, which is similarly on a very long cord. So, and this one, I think this is artificial suede. This has 2 cords on one side and 1 cord on another, and it goes to these little freshwater pearls. Those are real pearls, but not particularly valuable. May sell it online. It would kind of drive me crazy since it has 1 cable on one side and 2 on the other. But yeah, so those longer ones, sometimes it's just easier to sell those online. It's like with some of these larger pieces, like this collar necklace, for example. This will look nice if I take pictures of it in the light box, but the space at the antique mall is limited on how many of these bigger necklaces I can put up. So I usually, save those little, neck forms for more expensive pieces where I can put this online, probably for like 10 bucks or so, and take some nice pictures of it. So it is not marked. I did not see a maker on it, but it's just a kind of cute little fun costume piece. And here is our Silpata, which will definitely go online. It's nice to sell brand names online. I think they get more attention that way than they would at the antique mall for the most part. But it's a nice piece. I think I saw one listed for like 50 bucks on eBay. I might just list mine for a little under that. Yeah, so that's a good find too. And this guy, unfortunately, he's the one that had a broken rose, so this will be used for like crafting. I actually might take a couple of those little tiny pearls off. I have another piece that could use a tiny pearl like that. This is kind of a fun pendant. It's enamel with rhinestones and the little green faux pearls. This one also did not have a maker, but I may put this one up online. It's kind of fun and pretty. I think that'll take some good pictures too. And this guy, I recently sold a similar one online. It wasn't for a lot of money, but it's definitely something that I can sell. So I will be putting that one up online. I think it goes this way so you can see all the little blue rhinestones in it. Okay, so yeah, those are the ones that always tangle, so I try and keep those separate. This is another one that came wrapped, but it has pretty significant finish wear, so I may put this very inexpensively at the antique mall. I don't know if that's finish wear or if that's some kind of tarnishing, and I need to look up and see what was that AC, what that mark is. I'll research that and see if I can find that out. And this is just beads. I'm not sure what these beads are made of. I think that's glass or shell. I'm not sure. But a beaded one like this I may actually put online. They don't sell that well at the antique mall, but I think a bigger audience might be better for something like this. And this is all just little colored plastic beads that are kind of on wires linked together. I don't see any kind of brand name. It's kind of juvenile. I may put this at the antique mall in case some little girl wants to buy a piece of jewelry while she's there. So unless I find something else about this, that's probably what I'll do with a piece like this. Okay, let's see what else. We have this little Avon piece, which is kind of pretty. Need to straighten it and get it going the right way. But yeah, I think this is a pretty nice piece. This is something that I will definitely put up online. Okay, then this one, which was tangled before, so you haven't seen it. This is all on this kind of fabric cord. The fabric does look like it's in pretty good shape. This is a Chico's. So yeah, and there's a bit of a following for Chico's, so I'll probably put this one up online. It is in good shape, like I said. Yeah, so that's not bad. It was a pain untangling it. And then we have this behemoth here, which okay, so you have these big links throughout that have rhinestones on them. Then you have this kind of clasp, which makes me think that maybe it either belongs to a purse or perhaps this is a belt for someone with a smaller waist than mine. But I think this might actually be some kind of a belt, because you have this kind of length, this size throughout, and then it gets to this area where you have like this adjustable area where you can pick a length. And then you have a little dangly tassel that might come off the belt. So I think this might be a belt. If you happen to recognize this or know what it is, please feel free to make a comment. So I think when I figure this out, it will be sold online. So it's pretty cute, and if it fit me, I probably wouldn't wear it, but it's nice. It is a nice piece. So it's very heavy, which again lends credence to it being a belt rather than a necklace. That would be heavy on your neck. Okay, let me grab some more pieces to take a look at. All right, so here are the kind of chain necklaces from that lot. Yeah, let's take a look at them. Here is the big, beautiful Brighton piece. So that should make a good sale online. It's in nice condition. It's branded. It's very pretty. Yeah, so that'll be a good one to sell online. Let's see. And here's the little elephant. This does not have a brand. It does not appear to be a precious metal, but it is very cute. So again, that is probably something that I'll put up online. This guy, this is pretty. I don't really know much about it. I know that it has a tag for $28 on it. I don't know, you know, who is trying to sell it for that much where. I may put this at the antique mall. It does have, it has a nice look for the antique mall. I probably would not put $28 on it, but I'll see if maybe I can find something comparable online. Again, that is glass and a non-precious metal. And here is that super cute little Betsy Johnson piece. I mean, I don't think it's as valuable as her bigger pieces, but it's a nice one to go online because it does have that brand recognition. Okay, and here is this curved bar necklace. I mean, I am not sure. Those are probably just rhinestones. I don't think this is silver or anything like that. I may take a closer look at it, but yeah, I don't think so, but I'll probably just, you know, put it up inexpensively online. I think something like this will sell a little better online. And here we have this, I think they call this cat-eye glass, when it's just glass, but it has the same kind of chatoyancy as like a tiger eye stone would. So yeah, that's cute. I'll probably put that one up online. Okay, we have this one. What was that called? PAJBB. So this is gold plated. I don't know if the gemstones are anything, but this is just a Chinese costume brand. But it, you know, it has the look of, like, you know, fine jewelry. So that might be one I'll put up online. Okay, and we have this. I don't think this is silver or anything. It is marked on the back, was it Aquarius? It says Aquarius. Then it almost looks like they scratched out part of the mark. So I'm wondering if this was marked 925, but it's not because it's magnetic and someone scratched that off, or if it's just a mistake. It is a cute little necklace. I'll probably put that one up at the antique mall, you know, for a few dollars. Let's see. And we have this one. It's a gold tone chain. It has a little M, which is not centered from the clasp. So I don't know if that has any kind of significance, if that's supposed to be like a, you know, a constellation or something like that. I don't know. But there it is, a little silver M on a gold tone chain. And here we have this little V shape with a faux pearl. And that's a cute one. I don't know. I might put that online or see if I can find that same one online. Okay. Then we have this pretty simple gold tone chain that just has some small little rhinestone station dangles on it here. Kind of hard to see those, but Yeah, and I don't think this is gold or anything like that, but it's a cute little piece. And I did notice in this bag, there were several like star related pieces that had different stars on them. So I don't know if these may have come from the same person. Sometimes you will see that in these bags when you have an individual donating parts of their collection, that it will sometimes kind of have a theme. But I did notice all of these different kind of star themed necklaces. We have this little pentagram on a chain that has no clasp, and this is definitely not the original bail for this. I think this was maybe kind of constructed to wear. So I don't know, I may part that out. I'll have to take a closer look at that. But then we have this one, which I think this was a Charming Charlie. Yeah, this is a Charming Charlie. So I'll probably put this one online. It's just a very simple, very petite little star necklace. Then we have this black metal one. Yeah, even though this isn't a brand name, or at least it doesn't have a brand tag, that's probably something I'll put online. This is a Claire's piece, so I'll probably put it online fairly inexpensively, but it is pretty cute. So then we have this, which it's unbranded. It's just a tiny, tiny little star pendant there. So yeah, on that one I'll probably put it like at the antique mall. This one, this isn't really a star, it's just kind of a starburst shape with a white rhinestone and stones along the outside. It's on a pretty basic S-link type of chain. I don't know if I'll put that online or at the antique mall. I don't know, what do you think? Okay, here we have this little locket. It's unbranded. It's pretty lightweight. I'll probably put this one up at the antique mall for a few dollars. I do that with a lot of pieces if it's a good wearable piece, but it may not have, you know, enough. It may not be worth enough of my time and effort to list it online. It'll end up at the antique mall for like $3 or $4 or something. So, but that is cute. I think someone would like it, so I think it would do well up there. So, and here we have this piece, which has a very tiny little tiger eye bead. It does have some wear. If you look at the back, it kind of has that texture. This looks very like a 1970s buy at a tourist trap type of piece, where, you know, you would get a genuine tiger eye. So yeah, I'll probably put this one up at the antique mall too. It's kind of cute, but it's not my style, so someone else might appreciate it more. Let's see, this does have a clasp. It has no tag. This is a pretty locket. It kind of has this center enamel with a painted rose. It's definitely not gold or anything like that. It looks unused. I mean, nothing in it anyway. It's pretty. I'll probably put this at the antique mall because, you know, even though this is not an antique, and I won't say it's an antique, it has kind of that style that people who are looking for antiques appreciate. So I think that might go better at the antique mall. I'll think about it. I may put it up online. Okay, and then we have just here, these are just random unbranded chains. They don't have brands on them. They are not precious metals. But these are the kind of thing I will hang on to and put a, you know, any kind of pendant I might get. I may put this pendant on one of them, for example, and then put it up at the antique mall. So, I mean, it's always good to kind of have a supply of chains coming in that you can use for that. Okay, and this is just a little chain with some freshwater pearls on it. The chain is very worn, so I may just throw that into the craft junk. So, okay, let's see. This is not at all what I expected it to be when it was in the tangle. I thought these were going to be on some kind of necklace or something, but they are actually part of this tassel. I don't know if this tassel was on some kind of necklace. Maybe some kind of satin finish silver necklace or what. It is very interesting in that these chains will either look kind of gray or gold depending on the angle you're seeing them from. So they kind of switch, which is interesting. I'm assuming this is probably some kind of department, you know, regular department store costume jewelry. So I don't know, I'll see, maybe I can find the same tassel online. It is very unique. Eventually, hopefully I can just pair it with an appropriate chain, maybe make a necklace out of it. I don't know. And these are totally just plastic. They're made to look like agate kind of slices, but they are artificial. So okay, let's see. Then we have this guy, which is an interesting kind of lariat style that you can pull this through and wear it maybe at different lengths. This is totally unmarked. It's not magnetic. I doubt that it's gold. I may have to test it. You know, when I look at it under the lens, it looks to be good quality. I think it's probably something plated, but again, there is no mark. It could be that this had a tag or something that came off of it. It could be that this is just a costume piece. It does seem to be in, seems to be a pretty good make, though, pretty good quality. Okay, so this is a gold fill chain. So with this, I will generally keep this for when I find a gold filled locket or pendant of some sort to pair it up with. And this little chain, originally, this is the one I was trying not to break when I was separating out that really big link belt from the tangles. And it originally had this, but I don't really think these go together. This is not precious metal. And this tiny little guy, very lightweight, almost nothing really. This thing is almost nothing, but it is marked 10 karat gold. So I will test this. I will either, depending on how much it might be worth, which given its weight is not that much, I may keep it and pair it up when I find a 10 karat white gold, you know, petite pendant. It's pretty short. It's like a 16-inch, if that. Is it even 16? Maybe that's a 14-inch. It's really short anyway, and it's very lightweight. When you see things that are this lightweight, they're almost always gold. This is too lightweight, I think, even for silver. But it is marked 10 karat. And then we have this pendant. If this is a 10 karat, I might pair these up. I don't know if this is gold or silver or nothing at all. So this is one that warrants testing. Yeah, when I look at it with the magnifier, the stones look kind of cloudy, which make me think maybe they are diamonds of a low quality. So I'm going to put these both in the testing pile. And I will test a few things and let you know how those go. Oh, before we go, let's look at the detritus from this lot. This lot really didn't have a lot of detritus until I broke that bracelet. Before that, it had, you know, like 4 little things. Oh, these weren't part of the bracelet. All of this was the bracelet. I don't know if I'm going to try and restring that bracelet. I'll have to see. I could totally restring it. It's just, I don't know if it's worth my time or not. We'll see. If I'm in the mood for beading later, maybe. And these beads are just, these are interesting. They're on this little like ribbon cord. Some earring backs, and just a reminder, it's always good to check your earring backs to see if you have any gold or silver. It doesn't look like any of these are going to be that though. Then I have this little just part of either a bracelet or something, or maybe an anklet. So I don't think that's precious metal. I might take a closer look at it though. Yeah, so it didn't have that much detritus until I made some, but anyway, I will test some of that stuff and get back to you with some of the results. All right, so I've finished testing and done a little more research on some of these, and these are the pieces that I've taken more looks at, or just a couple of the things that are nice brand pieces that I think deserve a second show. Okay, this is not silver. I thought it might be, but it is not. I didn't even acid test it. It was magnetic. This, however, I tested the chain. It is 10K and it's marked 10K. It is so lightweight that it is 0.33 grams. So that is about $14 worth of gold. So that is super light. Now this part, which I paired it with this chain. I don't think it originally came with this chain. This chain had a costume pendant on it. However, this circle here, I have washed it a bit. It does look a bit shinier now. Those are diamonds, and this gold tests as 14K. So this is white gold. So that's why I paired it with the chain. Yeah, so even though this isn't marked, there really is no place good for a mark. It probably came on a marked chain at some point. Yeah, so there we go. Diamonds and a little bit of gold. This was marked what? KC. This might be Kenneth Cole. I couldn't find it, searching by Kenneth Cole with the image, looking for similar things. It is pretty worn regardless of being a brand name, so I will probably just put that out for a few bucks at the antique mall. This is not gold. That would have been nice, but it is it's unmarked. It is I think it's gold plated. It does have a pretty decent thick gold plate on it, so, but that is just a costume piece, so I will probably just sell that as it is. And then we have these name branded ones, this nice Brighton one, the Betsy Johnson gummy bears, those are kind of cute. The Silpata, which there's one of these for sale for like $50 on eBay, so I'll probably put this one up maybe for a few bucks less to see if I can, make some of the money back. The bag, again, it was $51.99. I don't think I'll have a problem making the money back between some of these name brand pieces and this, diamond pendant. This one is just rhinestones, a costume piece, but it is super cute. So I will definitely put that up on eBay for, I don't know, probably 20 bucks maybe. It's really nice. It's really cute. So I don't think that'll have a problem finding a home. And then of course we have this bracelet, the Jess Maharry, that's what it is. So I'm fairly certain that this is a genuine Jess Maharry piece. I actually sent some photos of this to the website for the jewelry dealer that sells her stuff to see if they'll get back to me. I don't know if they will or not. But similar pieces like this online are going between $129 and $500 for silver cuffs that are kind of similar to this. I haven't found any, exact matches. This may very well be a one-of-a-kind piece. I'll probably end up selling this online if I find a little more information about it. If not, maybe I'll keep it. It is a nice kind of unique piece. It's a nice thick piece of silver. But even without this, I should be able to get my money back easily by just selling these few pieces. I don't know how much I'll ask for this. I'll have to see what comparable things are selling for online. I may actually sell this up at the antique mall, but yeah, that's a nice little like diamond circles pendant. Okay, so overall, it really wasn't a bad bag. It was a pretty good bag. It was fun to go through. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Do you think this was worth it? What do you think of some of these pieces? Yeah, I'll probably be putting some of these online. You may check the description. I'll put a link to my eBay. They may not quite be up there yet, but anyway, thank you for watching. I'll bring you another bag when I have another one. All right, have a good night, guys.